Well, today is an exciting day for Planet players. Quite simply, this game looks absolutely stunning. If you've been hoping for unlimited creative control, for beautiful aquariums full of all kinds of fish and aquatic life, from highly detailed turtles to hammerhead sharks and derpy sunfish, you're going to be giddy with excitement as those water caustics dance across your creations. And let's not forget the highly requested, fully immersive aviaries with incredibly detailed birds that not only fly around but actually interact with their environment. So yes, it seems Frontier have answered all the big hopes for Planet Zoo 2, which is coming out later this year in October with a deluxe edition too, packed full of interesting animals that you won't want to miss. Well, g'day, it's Taggy here, and for those of you new to the channel, I'm a Planet Coaster 2 player whose channel has always been about pushing the game to its limits, finding creative ways to use the tools in innovative and exciting ways that give you guys more options for expressing your own creative freedom. So today, with the announcement of Planet Zoo 2, I am genuinely excited to get my hands on this game and continue my discovery journey through Frontier's Planet series, because of course this game shares the same creative DNA and the same game engine as Planet Coaster 2. And on that note, probably the most interesting thing to talk about, besides how great this game looks and its new features, is what core elements Zoo 2 will bring over from Planet Coaster 2, because that game has been out for over a year and a half now. And let's be fair, it's had its teething problems. Most of those are well and truly ironed out by now. So Zoo 2 is going to really benefit with all that learning under its belt, hopefully setting Frontier up for a great launch without much drama at all. Overall, the graphics engine does look very similar to Planet Coaster 2 in terms of its lighting and rendering engine, but the detail in the foliage and the animals is what makes this truly look stunning. The main thing for me is they have not oversaturated the colours. They look more earthy and natural, and which, by the way, quick side note for Frontier, couldn't we just get a desaturation filter in Planet Coaster 2? Having graphics look like this, so realistic and beautiful, is something that we would all love to see. Some other things that I'm wondering about is, will we see an adaptation of invisible paths? I can already imagine some really fun suspended walkways amongst the trees that only invisible paths would bring to life. So for those who don't know, in Planet Coaster 2, I actually first discovered a hack that lets us create invisible paths, and then you can decorate them with scenery. It totally changed the way we could design walkways. And then Frontier actually added it to the game officially. It's been a real game changer, and yes, I am cheekily taking a little credit for that one, sorry. And what about moving platforms? A whole level of interactivity could be added. That's a feature that's really made Planet Coaster 2 exciting for a lot of us, being able to add our own little moving parts. So I'm hoping that gets in there as well, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. As for the animals and the animations, you can just tell that the creative team behind these games are so passionate about their craft. As a former animator myself, I absolutely adore the animals, and especially the way that they interact dynamically with their environments. We can see the fish naturally schooling by species, and with the birds, the toucans, they're actually landing in the trees, hopping around on the ground and flying up to perches. It's really beautiful. Makes me wonder, will guests themselves be able to interact with the animals directly? Because that's something we want to see more of in general. Yes, it's definitely something the Planet Coaster 2 community has been crying out for, more guest interaction to really push that level of simulation and immersion. And I think with animals and zoos, you're lucky because most of the immersion groundwork is already there. And of course, we also need to talk about the exhibit and structures themselves, so including some of those magnificent looking nettings for the aviaries. It looks like we'll be able to fully customize the size and shape of those rather than just being stuck with a predefined area. And I'm definitely hoping for some creative possibilities here, because as I mentioned, I can already see some elevated suspended paths running through an aviary, which are some of my favorite memories from visiting those types of exhibits in real life. It's so good. So yeah, for me, as a more technical sandbox player, you might be surprised to hear that I actually prefer building maps and natural environments. It's probably my favourite aspect of any sim or world-based game. I much prefer building a garden over a ride, and so while I've never given a zoo a proper go before, now is definitely the time to get stuck in. And if you want to follow along with me when the game finally comes out in October, I'll be sure to put my focus into finding every little tip and trick and hack that we can building on the knowledge, I guess, of anything we've built in Planet Coaster 2. So consider subscribing for that type of content, plus tutorials and tips in the future for sure. And right now I'll be soaking up everything I can from my YouTube friends, and let's face it, there are some elite and experienced zoo players out there, so I'll leave the deeper game speculation to them about what core features might or might not be in the series. So until then, I hope you have a wonderful time imagining your dream zoo full of aquariums, aviaries and all the other creatures. It's certainly shaping up to be an exciting year for the Planet series, and of course I'll always be doing my Planet Coaster 2 videos, tips and tricks for everyone. So until then, cheers everyone, hope you have a great week and bye!